You glad the windows are open, boys? Huh? What's Mama doing out there? You don't know? She put new food in the feeder. That's what she was doing. And the old food is down there, so the birdies will be over here. You probably want a good seat when that happens. It's probably nice just to get some fresh air. Hello everyone and welcome to Friday. I didn't get enough sleep while we were away. I never do, you know. I never really do. And I told myself that today I was going to sleep in. And boy howdy, did I. I really slept in. I just didn't set an alarm. And I woke up in the late afternoon. And I think that's okay. I think I really needed to recover, and this is a good way to do it. Mal got some sleep too, although she had to be up early. You had to get up at 9. Yeah, you had an appointment at 10. Mal had to go back to the dentist.
Hooray.
And this is actually the same reason that you've been going to the dentist for almost...
Same tooth.
Almost 2 years.
Almost.
It was almost 2 years ago that Mal had hurt her tooth and needed a root canal and needed to get a crown on the tooth. And this is all still related to that. January will make 2 years of dealing with this tooth. And we don't even talk about all of this stuff anymore because there's been so many, but Mal had got a temp crown on and then a crown on, and then it wasn't right. Is that the reason you had to get it off?
I was dealing with it. Like, I was flossing and none of my teeth bleed when I floss because it's not supposed to, but just this one did right by that tooth. So when I went in for my cleaning, I was like, hey, the rest of them are fine. It's just near that crown. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with it. So my dentist wasn't there that day, and the other dentist, your dentist,
yep.
Since you have the other one, took a look at it, and she's like, I just think, it's not fitting with the tooth next to it, and food's getting trapped, and even when you're flossing, it's just getting irritated, and it's just bleeding. She said, but I'll tell your dentist, and he'll get back to you. So it took a while, but eventually he got back to me, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to redo that crown, no charge. So they put the temp on 2 weeks ago. It was right after the storm, but before we left.
Yeah.
And so he put the temp on, and they were like, things are behind because of the storm and the flooding, and they're like, so it'll be a bit. And I'm like, that's fine, I'm going out of town. So the permanent came in, and I had the second permanent put on today, and I don't think it's right. So
even after all this time,
yep.
And the second crown, it's still not correct. Fun. So Mal's gonna try and deal with it for a little bit and see if it's gonna be something she can live with. Because you said the temp was good, right?
The temp fit better than the first temp or the first crown, and better than the second crown.
So the temp that was on previous to this actually felt correct, and they replaced it with something that feels wrong.
Yes.
Cool. I just feel really bad, honestly, for Mal, because she's had all of this junk that she's had to deal with, and it has been going on 2 years, and that's crazy. But, we'll just see where this story goes from here. I'm not sure. If the crown is that bad, then she'll probably have to have them mess with it again. Obviously they're covering it, they're not charging Mal every single time, but if they can't do it right, we don't want them to do it, But you can't just go somewhere else because the next place, they're going to charge you, so we got to figure out what we're going to do. But we'll get there. Eventually that tooth will stop bothering you.
Hopefully.
This has been, I know, the most traumatic tooth of your life.
I hope it's the only one.
I also hope that. Anyway, I'm going to grab just a small lunch. Still got I don't know if I ever announced that we started reviewing Saddle Quest. We had recorded all of it a while ago. And we reviewed the first one. Dan has the second one done, and I need to review that one. So we're going to watch that today and see what we think.
There's a spider nearby.
Don't do it. It has to be on video.
Okay, well I'm gonna make myself a tiny little base away from the spider.
Can you make yourself a spire, or will you have no way to get down?
I'm in the jungle, and that's impossible.
Saddle Quest 2 is really good. Dan did a really good job editing it. It's very funny. Just have 2 more parts to do, and then we'll be releasing all of those back to back on Saturdays, probably in November, if I had to guess. We also took a walk because the weather here has been incredibly nice. I mean, the perfect walking temperature, not too hot. And we had to come over to pick up some stuff, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow. And while I was over here, I wanted to show some of the stuff my dad had been working on, because back on his birthday we had given him some canvases and new paints, and he's actually been painting on the canvases, and it's pretty great. So he's still working on some rocks, obviously, but he's also moved over to doing the canvases, and they are really, really incredible, especially for someone that just started painting a few months ago. It's really, really cool. This one is actually really neat because he did both a rock version and a canvas version. So yeah, I've just been very, very impressed with everything that my dad's been working on. So one of the things that we've been making a lot recently is spinach. Just throwing it on the stovetop and sauteing it with some garlic and some olive oil, and it has been fantastic. And we continue to enjoy it, except this time, since we were able to get down to Costco recently, we got a big old thing of it. And what's great is that it costs, basically the same price for that big one as it does for the normal size bag, but there's like, what do you think, Mel, like 3 bags worth in there? It's a really, really good deal. Spinach is not something that would have ever sounded particularly appetizing to me. Not that I hated it, but it was just kind of like, But we've been eating a lot of it, and it's really good. Like, it's really good for you, and it tastes good. If you haven't given spinach a shot in a while, maybe try it. That's not for Sagan. Down. Hey, down. He normally never goes after the food. He wants to smell it to see what it is, and then he settles in. He's a good boy. Everything turned out really great. I have some spare sauce packets from Chick-fil-A, so I'm going to use those on the chicken. And I mentioned that we picked up some mail from my parents' house, and I'd be talking about it soon, probably tomorrow. And that thing is this. It's not a GameCube Mini. It's something else, and most likely I'll talk about it tomorrow. I love the packaging. Really clever. It's something we need for Extra Life. Again, tomorrow. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Spooky GameCube ghost! And as always, let's meet back tomorrow